Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Richards. We're running two shows every day. We kicked things off earlier with the pre-market briefing, and now we're live for the Market Open show to break down price action, momentum, and execution. So make sure you're tapped in for both. Remember, I watch the markets, give you the breaking news, and find the levels so you don't have to. Crude oil is going crazy, y'all. Crude is going crazy. That thing hit 115. That thing hit 115, y'all. Can you believe it? Thanks to Trump and his speech from yesterday, talking about all that nonsense. He didn't really say anything that he hasn't said before, but it definitely caused oil to spike again. All right, let's get into the mantra, y'all. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. Fear and Greed Index is at 14 right now. Let's get into Robert Greene's daily law for today. Make the master feel glorious and superior. Daily law. Not only don't outshine the master, but make those above you shine brilliantly. Instead of insecurity, you must give him glory. True mastery in any hierarchy, whether at court or in the markets, requires you to suppress your own ego to make your superiors feel more creative and powerful than you. Intellectual or technical brilliance can often make a master feel like a mere provider of funds, leading to resentment and insecurity. By aligning your achievements with your master's greatness, as Galileo did with the medics, you attain the heights of power without the fatal risk of outshining the prince. In long-term investing, you must treat the market's primary trend as the master and provide it with your glory of your patience rather than your pride. When the fear and greed index is at 14, the market is an insecure prince. Trying to outshine it by calling a bottom with loud certainty is a fatal mistake to your portfolio. Your unique task is to align your capital with the stars of the $1 trillion tickers, making the market's long-term resilience appear as your sun around which your wealth revolves. Fulfilling your life's task means avoiding the vagaries of insecurity by not challenging the market's current downward authority, but by giving the market the glory it demands today. You ensure your salary of generational wealth is paid out for decades. Market open, market open, market open. All right, I'll get back to that later. Did not finish the intro, but as you can see, this is the crude oil futures. It hit 115. When the market opened, it is, let's go on a 1 minute chart and see. All right, it is a down candle on 1 minute, but anyway, let's get into SPY, y'all. Check out SPY. SPY is down 1.25% at 646.94. QQQ is down over 1.5% at 574.64. The VIX is at 27.63. Nvidia is down 1.75% almost at 172.93. Apple is down over 1% at 252.97. Google is down 1.5% over 1.5% at 292.31. Tesla is down over 4%. Tesla missed on deliveries today. That's why they're down crazy. But Tesla is at 365. Y'all remember it was damn near 500 at 498? It's 365 right now. So Tesla is on big discount. Microsoft is down almost 1% at 365.95. Amazon is down over 2% at 205.88. TSM is down almost 2.5% at 333.34. Meta is down 2.5% at 564.86. AVGO is down 1.75% at 308.20. And brk.b is down about 0.5% at 476.95. So as you can see, all the $1 trillion tickers plus SPY and the Qs are all red so far on the day. All right, let me go ahead and put my 8-chart display up here. To the top left-hand corner, we have NVIDIA, followed by Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Underneath NVIDIA, we have Amazon to the right, TSM, AVGO, and Meta Platforms. All right, let me finish reading this Robert Greene's Daily Law. It says active traders fail when they try to outshine the price by proving their own analysis is superior to the $115 oil future surge. To survive this volatile court, you must make the price action shine brilliantly, treating every red folder data print as an echo of the market's true power. If you display too much intellectual talent by fighting the trend, you stir up the resentment of the price, and the consequences are fatal to your account. Mastery means playing the role of a court philosopher to the charts, attributing every win to the master's structure rather than your own wit. Trust the sensations of your levels over your own desires to appear more important than the trade produced in your name. All right. Let's see. We did have unemployment claims. They came out. It was forecasted 212,000. It came out at 202,000. So it came in lighter than expected. And then we had the trade balance. It confirms the U.S. economy is still running hot despite the war. All right, the bell has rung. The oil is to the moon. The momentum has shifted to the downside after the past couple of days, wonderful days. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. All right. Let's get into the news, y'all. Oh, we got a clip. We got a quick clip from 19 Kids. Check it out.
As a man, you're supposed to go through everyday emotions. Things are supposed to hurt, but your ability to be able to deal with pain is supposed to increase. And I learned a long time ago that God makes his greatest soldiers go through so much so that he can give them an even greater journey, because he can't use you if you're weak. And so I've been focusing on how to teach other men to understand why society is making boys weak, because they're coddling them. Are we low level or high level?
Shout out 19 Kids. We need a new high level conversations. We need another man to man episode. You ain't dropped nothing recently. I know you out in Ghana kicking it with the president, but I know you got some. Episodes in the tuck. Go ahead and drop one of them things, man. All right, next. Microsoft is in exclusive talks with Chevron and investment fund Engine Number One for a long-term deal that would underpin a giant energy complex in West Texas. The complex will be used to power a large data center campus. The proposed natural gas-fired power plant in West Texas is projected to cost about $7 billion, and initially generate 2,500 megawatts of electricity. Wow. 7 billion, y'all. Microsoft in the link with Chevron. Speaking of Chevron, let's go ahead and look at our Iran war stocks. Let's see what we got. You know, we had that watch list. Let's check it out. Let's go on a daily so we can see. Ooh, that thing gapped up from yesterday and hit all-time highs today. BNO, y'all. It's hit an all-time high today. That gap is crazy, too. Look at that gap. That thing gap. Yesterday's high was 51.08, and they opened up at 54.20. Let me see how much gap that is. Ooh, that's a 6.13% gap. See what a Trump speech will do, y'all. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's check out next. Look at that gap up, too. USO. It's probably the same. Let's see. No, that's even better. 9.73% gap from yesterday's high, y'all. The USO. Incredible. Incredible. XLE hit all-time high on Monday. It fell for the past couple of days, but it looks like it's headed toward the upside right now. Today, anyway. All right, XOP, same chart as XLE. Same thing for IEO. These are all oil and gas ETFs. But let's check out Lockheed Martin. This thing had hit an all-time high the day the war was announced on March 2nd, and it's just been falling ever since. It's actually down from the all-time high. It actually fell 14%, and now it's down 10%. Let's check out Northrop Grumman. Looks like it's finding a little support down here in this 665 to 674 areas, finding some buyers and headed back toward the upside. But it hit an all-time high on the second day after the war was announced and ended up dropping 14%, and now it's down 9%. Raytheon, okay. It's hit an all-time high on that same Tuesday. Ended up dropping 13.5%, and is currently down 9%. Chevron with Techron. Remember that ad? All right, this thing hit an all-time high on Monday, fell for 3 days, and now it's headed back toward the upside. ExxonMobil, same thing, hit a high on Monday, fell for 3 days. Well, it hit an all-time high on Monday and then fell and continued to fall on Tuesday and Wednesday, and now it's headed back toward the upside. All right, let's check out some of these other tickers we like to check out on the show. Starting with SPX. Let's go ahead and get on the 5-minute chart. As you can see that fall from yesterday. All right, SPX is down 1.5% at 6,474. The NAS 100 is down 2% at 23,527. PAM Bondies. Dow Jones is down almost 1.5% at 45,893. And I did see a piece of news saying that Trump was thinking about firing Pam Bondi, y'all. After he made her get up there and sound hella retarded, he about to fire her. Cold-blooded game, boy. Alright, next we got the Dow Jones ETF is down almost 1.5% at 459. The VIX had gapped up on Wednesday, gapped down for Thursday, and it's headed back to the upside. It's up 11% at 27.43. The 10-year Treasury note is at 4.34. It's getting up there, y'all. It was close to 4.5 the other day. Gold is down to 4,599 per ounce. The gold mini shares trust is down to 91.03. Silver getting clapped crazy is down over 6% to 63.81. The copper miners ETF is down over 4% at 74.75. AMD is down over 4% at $200.94. Bitcoin is down almost 3.5% at 65,800. IBIT is down to 37.30. Ethereum is down. Ethereum looks like it wants to break 2,000 to the downside, y'all. It's at 2017. BMNR is down over 6.5% at 1838. Palantir is down 4% at 140.69. It looks like it's trying to recover on this candle, but it had dropped to 138. And Robinhood, of course, is getting destroyed because Bitcoin is getting destroyed. Robinhood is down almost 6.5%. All right, let's check out the heat map. Oh, let me refresh. Oh, it's still hella red. Y'all see this heat map, y'all? Y'all see this heat map? I don't see. The only green is the energy sector. Industrials got some green. Utility, that's mostly gray. And communications, a little bit of green. But man, look at tech selling off crazy. Technology services selling off crazy. Retail outside of Costco. Amazon getting clapped. Home Depot, clap City. I mean, finance is getting clapped. Morgan Stanley down almost 3.5%. Citibank, American Express, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, they all down over 2%, and JP Morgan too. Goldman Sachs down 3.4%. Ooh. Lam Research down 5.5%. John Deere down 2.3%. Caterpillar down 2.7%. GEV down 2.6%. Disney down almost 1.5%. Yeah, everything getting clapped. Except energy. Chevron and ExxonMobil both up over 3%. Chevron almost 4%, y'all. Alright, let's get back to the news. This is from Uncle Charles. We ain't heard from him for a while. The true wealth is in your health. Men and women, take care of yourself. Get your 6-month checkup. The things you do in your 20s and 30s take toll on your body as you get older. You don't want all your money being spent on doctors and medication as you get older. Ooh, big gem by the OG. Alright, next. This is from Wall Street Trapper. Either you own a piece of America's biggest companies or you buy their products and make them richer. That's the whole game. Alright, y'all trap. Next, we got Wallow. We got for some motivation. It says your refusal to quit is your greatest advantage. Shout out Wallow267. Alright. Even though Tesla missed on deliveries, Tesla just reminded us that the Model Y has the lowest rollover risk ever recorded for an SUV at 7.9% when tested by the NHTSA. And the Cybertruck has the lowest rollover risk of any pickup truck ever tested at 12.4%. This is a measurable, real world safety advantage that comes with buying Tesla, y'all. Shout out Elon for making the car safe. Alright, next, we got Wallow again. The only thing people who look unstoppable, the only people who look unstoppable are the ones who keep going long after it stopped being convenient. Stay committed beyond your comfort zone. Shout out Wallow for the motivation. Next, we got Aristotle Investments. Crazy thing is, every trader on the planet is capable of making $100 to $200 a day, but I think every trader on earth wants $10,000 a day. The moment you set a realistic goal, not driven by ego or comparison, trading will make sense to you. Chasing home runs every day is why most traders fail. Shout out Aristotle for that gem. Check this out. China is so advanced. So if you're looking on YouTube here, you can see China has installed laser beams on highways to stop drivers from falling asleep. Red, green, and blue lights projected from overhead structures are designed to keep you awake without blinding you. This is road safety on another level. Yeah, you're definitely not going to be able to sleep with them bright ass lights. Shout out China, man. So more advanced than the US. US, step your game up, man. Stop playing. Alright, next, let's check out the sectors, y'all. Let's check out the sectors. XLE, our energy sector, it's up 2.25% at 60.33. Oh, let me put on some new music. Trying something else, y'all. There we go. Alright, next we got XLK. Technology is down 2% at 132.23. Financials is down over 1.25% at 48.80. Consumer discretionary is down over 2% at 107.53. Communications is down 1.25% at 109.82. Healthcare is down 0.25% at 147.34. Consumer staples is up 0.25% at 81.66. Utilities is up 0.25% at 46.25. Industrials is down 1.5% at 162. Materials is down 0.5% at 50.22. And the real estate ETF is down 0.25% at 40.83. All right. So the market has been open for 20 minutes now. So let's go ahead and see if any of our hold on. What's that supposed to be? Apple. I'm on the wrong chart, y'all. I'm on the wrong chart. All right, let's see if any of our levels have hit or support or resistance. Probably support today since it's down. But let's see. Okay, let's go on a 1 minute chart. So SPY opened up here at 646.42. Came up, came down, almost hit our daily level, but it was about 22 cents away, and it bounced. So did not hit any levels on SPY today so far. All right. Next we had QQQ opened up at 573.96. It came up and it was about 25 cents away from our hourly level here at 575.55 before it rejected. Came down, hit our hourly level here at 573.45. Consolidated a little bit, broke through, came down to our daily level at 572, came down about 7 cents below our daily level before buying back up. So that's 2 levels hit on QQQ. A very good one on the downside. It was only 7 cents away. So if you had taken this break and retest, you would have been good to that TP1. And then where to go when it bought up from there? Within 6 cents of our 1 hour level that we talked about earlier. So if you got playing with the hotkeys, sell. Nah, I wouldn't even recommend doing that, because that's just taking profit at TP1, yo. That would have been a greedy move right there, trying to get back. But looks like we got some upside continuation. I got it going back to the high day first, which is 575.29, followed by our 575.55. All right, the VIX is falling. It's under 27 now. It's at 26.73. Check out Nvidia, y'all. Nvidia opened up here at 172.18. It broke through our daily level and came to our 1 hour level here. And then 15 cents above that is where it rejected. So that was a good call right there. And then it came down, broke through our daily level, the same level that it broke at the first candle, and came down to our 1 hour level here at 171.85. It did break through that about 50 cents before reversing to the upside. So had you taken this break to the downside, you could have exited right here. It's almost a $1 move in a few minutes. Now it's headed back to the upside after consolidating at our daily level right here. So the next target I got is 173.60, followed by high of day at 173.75. All right, let's check out Apple. Apple opened up here at 254.19, came up, rejected our 1 hour level here, and sold off. Came through our 1 hour level, and 5 minutes into market open, it hit our level here at 252, continued to sell off, came down to our next level at 250.85, consolidated, and headed back to the upside. These levels are hitting, folks. These levels are hitting. All right, next we had Google opened up here at 290.86, came up to our first 1 hour level, 292.20, and then the pre-market high, and rejected, came back down into the gap, and then reversed back to the upside, came back to our level, consolidated a little bit, and now it's headed back toward the upside. If it continues to the upside, I gotta go into 294.40. All right, next we got Tesla. Tesla opened up here at 364.18. It came and hit our 365.45 in the first candle. Came up, pulled back, retested that level a couple minutes later, and then came up and hit our next level at 368, y'all. Sold off, came through and broke that level, but this was perfect though. Like, it came exactly to that level and sold off. So had you been prepared to take profits as soon as it hit that level, you would have been good money. Like, after the retest, break, retest, sell it. All right, and then it sold off, came up, broke through this time, came up to here, and then sold off, broke through the level, and now it's consolidating, but looks like it's going back to our first level that it bounced off of, which was 365.45. Next, we got Microsoft opened up here at 367.21. Came up a little bit and sold off. Came right down to our hourly level here at 365.35. Consolidated around there. And it's just been consolidating since then. So I found the right level that Microsoft is going to consolidate at, y'all. All right, next we had Amazon opened up here at 206.54. Came up to our hourly level. It broke it, but it did not hold. And then it sold off. Came down to our daily level here at 205.70. Broke underneath. Almost hit the pre-market low before coming back to our daily level and consolidating. And then once it found some buyers, it bought up. Where to? Right to our hourly level here at 207. And then start consolidating at this level. It's looking good, folks. It's looking good. All right, next TSM opened up here at 327.10. Bought up. Came through our first level and our second level. And a pre-market high. Came out very strong before rejecting. Coming back down. Retesting our daily level before bouncing and then selling off through that. Coming back down, consolidating on our hourly level before taking back off to the upside. It continues to the upside. I got it going at 336.70. Next we have Meta. Meta opened up here. Oh, looks like I don't have any levels anywhere around here. Only the pre-market low and pre-market high. Okay, so Meta is consolidating between the pre-market low and pre-market high. I don't have any levels around here, so not much to say. But it did bounce on the pre-market low. All right, AVGO opened up here at 304.45. Came through and broke through the weekly. I'm surprised to hear that, but it did. And it came up here to the pre-market high and sold off. Came all the way back down, broke the low of day, came right here to the pre-market low. Started consolidating before buying back up. So you can see the power of the pre-market high and pre-market low levels. That's why I put them on there, folks. And brk.b. I didn't even move these pre-market levels because nobody be trading brk.b. They just a $1 trillion ticker, but nobody really checks them out like that. But they made the market cap minimum, so I had to put them on there. brk.b barely ever break even. All right. Next, let's get back to the news, y'all. Let's get back to the news. All right, this is from Earn Your Leisure. When you invest matters just as much as where you invest. Investor A put 10K into the S&P 500 in 1999. Today he will have 30K. Investor B put 10K into the S&P in 2009. Today that person will have 80K. The one who was 10 years late made 166% more. The same investment strategy, different entry. It's never too late to get started, y'all. Entries are super important. You want to get in during the sell-off, y'all. Like we had this major sell-off in February and March. Good time to buy some shares. You see we got these $1 trillion tickers on big discount, y'all. That's the best time to buy on big discount. All right, next It's from Investing Bay. We ain't heard from her for a while. She said, build your portfolio and your life like nobody's coming to save you. Because they aren't. Ooh, that's a gem. All right, next. I thought this was so crazy, y'all. It says, fired via email. 30,000 employees that were working at Oracle woke up to a morning message saying they were fired. 30,000 people. That is so cold, y'all. That is so cold. Dude he just bought Warner Brothers, and now he's like, man, I don't need y'all, man. I'm finna make money off these movies. Shit. That's cold. Let me see. The cut aims to generate 8 to 10 billion in cash savings to fund Oracle's heavy AI data center investments after its stock fell about 25% amid high capital spending commitments, which was buying Warner Brothers. This potentially the largest workforce reduction in Oracle's history reflects broader tech sector shifts towards AI infrastructure, affecting roles like software developers across multiple countries. Damn, they fired 30,000 people via email. That is so dirty, y'all. Terrible. All right, next. Washington State has passed a new millionaires tax that targets individuals earning more than $1 million per year, impacting less than half of 1% of residents. The revenue will fund programs like free school meals, expanded tax credits for families, affordable child care, and eliminating sales tax on items like diapers and over-the-counter medication. Supporters say the tax will help working families and small businesses, with a large portion of revenue being returned to households through credits and services. The policy is being framed as a way to reduce inequality and provide more support to middle and lower income residents. Critics, including JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, warn that higher taxes on the wealthy individuals often lead to people moving to lower tax states. He pointed to the migration trends from states like California and New York to places like Florida and Nevada as examples of people relocating for tax reasons. The debate comes at a time when economic pressure is already rising, with higher mortgage rates, higher oil prices, and inflation expected to increase. Some argue that the tax is necessary for fairness, while others warn it could reduce the state's tax base if the wealthy residents leave. Dang. Yeah, man. I heard a lot of them. Zuckerberg left to Florida. All right, I got a clip from Trump. About 30 seconds.
Because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up. But it's not possible for us to take care of daycare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things. They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing: military protection.
So apparently he got asked about the government paying for daycare. He said he can't do it. The states can do it. This is the interview that changed the AI landscape forever. I'm sure y'all remember this. It was Sam Altman talking to Brad Gershner. This is less than 1 minute. Check it out.
How can the company with 13 billion in revenues make 1.4 trillion of spend commitment? And you've heard the criticism, Sam.
We're doing well more revenue than that. Second of all, Brad, if you want to sell your shares, I'll find you a buyer. I just, enough. Like, people are. I think there's a lot of people who would love to buy OpenAI shares. I don't think you,
including myself,
who talk with a lot of like breathless concern about our compute stuff or whatever, that would be thrilled to buy shares. So I think we could sell, your shares or anybody else's to some of the people who are making the most noise on Twitter, whatever, about this very quickly.
Talking shit. Altman talking big shit. Dude was an investor. He asked a real question. How the hell are you going to commit over $1 trillion and you're not even profitable? Yeah, man. OpenAI and the AI race ain't been the same since. All it took is one person with an ego. He was getting all this. He was raising all this money and his ego got out of control. And he started talking shit to one of his investors live on camera, which couldn't be edited. And he just messed it up. Shout out Altman for being dumb. All right, next. More than 400 hospitals across the U.S. are at high risk of closing or cutting services because of Medicaid cuts in Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, according to the analysis from the progressive watchdog's public group Citizen. All right. I think that's it, y'all. That's good for today. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. We're going to end it with some Instagram motivation.
Every morning, everyone should speak these 5 affirmations, all right? I am the best. I can do it alone. God is always with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. Every morning, everyone should speak these 5 affirmations, all right? I am the best. I can do it alone. God is always with me. I am a winner. Today is my day.
It ain't all good, but it ain't all bad either. So be thankful. Be happy. Smile. You're gonna be productive today.
We will be productive today.
Be happy. Y'all gonna be productive today. So just be happy.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
It don't happen overnight, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good, and not stressing too bad when it's bad. Just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here on the $1 Trillion Tickets broadcast. We show up every day. We'll be back tomorrow in the pre-market. I'm going to give you 3 levels to the upside, 3 levels to the downside. I'm going to give you Robert Greene's daily law. I'm going to tell you how it applies to long-term investing and how it applies to active trading. I'm going to give you the mantra to set your day and set your week, set your month, set your life. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.